Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Amber, and today I'm going to be filming a Q&A for y'all. So yesterday I posted on IG and just told y'all to ask me questions, whatever you like, just so y'all can get like a little bit of a life update about me. So I got a lot of questions, but I'm just gonna try to go through basically the most asked and just some other random questions. So now is the part where I figure out like where's the photos at, like how do I even use a phone? Okay, let's see. So the first question, this is real basic. When's your birthday and how old are you? My birthday is March 18th. I'm a Pisces. We all know this. Well, now you know. And I am 24 years of age, honey. You know I'm getting on up there. I don't know where my youth went, but honey, I'm getting up there, sis, okay? The next question, when was my first kiss? My first kiss was junior year, I think. Am I tripping? Am I lying? Hold on. Yo, I don't know. I have real bad memory. I know my first kiss was in high school. No. Okay, I lie. My first kiss was definitely in high school, and it was definitely my freshman year. This is so funny to think about. I remember where it happened, so I'll give y'all a little story. We had like, what was it called? Where the cafeteria was. We were outside of the cafeteria and it was after school. My mama was picking me up from cheerleading practice. Sorry, mama, I was kissing before. And he was waiting for, I guess, his parents to come pick him up from basketball or waiting on his brother or whatever, you know? And we were outside and we were chilling, just talking, you know, we really liked each other or whatever. He was my boyfriend and he like went in for it, and sis, when I tell you I felt like my lips were trembling. The funny thing was, like, before we kissed, I told him that I had kissed somebody before because I didn't want him to think that I was super inexperienced. So I told him I had kissed somebody before, like one other person, but I hadn't. And then in the future I told him I had never kissed anybody, and he was my first kiss, and I was hella nervous. But yeah, I was super nervous. But yeah, it was my first kiss. It was just like a you know, a soft, you know, medium length peck, nothing crazy. Y'all know I don't do the PDA type of stuff, but yeah, that was my first kiss. What is your favorite song from Nicki Minaj's new album? Okay, to be straight up, I haven't even listened to the whole album. Like, I could be kind of skipping through, but I do that with albums sometimes. The only person I like really will sit there and listen to every single song when they release is Drake. The songs that I play whenever I do go to the album, I play Chun Sway, I play Sir, LLC, I play Hard White, and Good Form. So yeah, that's what I've been listening to. And of course, like Chun-Li and the other songs she had already released that I already know. But yeah, those are the newer ones that I've been listening to. The next question, which I think is a really good question, when I saw it I was like, oh, I like this question. How do you find a balance between YouTube and your personal life? I don't know if y'all can tell, but I'm like a pretty private person. I'm definitely myself on camera and all that stuff, but I don't like to go deep into my life. So me separating what I want to put on YouTube and having people know versus what goes on in my life on an everyday basis is really easy for me. It's not even something I think about. Even when it comes to me having friends or associates or anything, I'm always the person who's listening. I don't tell people my business. But yeah, I always have my guard up. And also, I don't like to, y'all know if y'all follow me on my social medias, I'm not on my phone a lot. I'm not posting on social media all day. So that kind of helps me like separate the real world, or my real world, versus the real life of social media, because yeah, those things can be wildly different in reality. And also, when I think of YouTube, I know people have various opinions about how they consider YouTube as a job or whatever the case may be, but obviously I do consider it a job. So whether it was YouTube or if I was working in the corporate world, there's just professionalism that comes with both of those things. So if you go to your corporate job, you're not going to be necessarily be telling everybody your personal business, because that's not the time or the place, you feel me? So that's just kind of how I feel about YouTube. Kind of like if you're at work, you might tell your little co-worker like, yo, I have a boyfriend, but you don't tell her all your business. You feel what I'm saying? That's just how I see it, and that's the way I like it. That's the way I like it in my everyday life, and that's the way that I like it when it comes to me being on social media as well. I'm sorry, I talk with my hands a lot, but y'all know. Next is is my boy Ty. He goes to UT, actually, the school that I graduated from. He has a YouTube channel. Definitely go check him out. If I can find his link, I'll put it in the description because I'm pretty sure he does like college vlogs and stuff, and he's cute. He asked me my favorite diet meal. I really don't know, but he asked my favorite cheat meal. Honestly, French fries. Like, I could just sit and eat fries. Like, when I go cheat, like, I don't always eat fries as my cheat meal, but if I had to choose, I could just like eat some like nice crispy fries and some ketchup and be content and happy. Like, if I go to a restaurant, if they don't have anything that I like, as long as they have fries on the menu, I'm like, okay, I'm good. Next, somebody's asking me about if I want to go to grad school. Definitely not. I'm done with college. I did that unless something just changes in my mind, but at this very moment in my life, I don't see myself going to grad school. I've had plenty of years of school, and school is not for everybody. So if you're one of those people who are on the fence about whether you want to go to school or not, if you really don't think it's something you're interested in, don't go. But of course, if it's something you really want to do, then go. College leads people in a lot of different directions. Many people go to college for one thing and do something completely different when they graduated. Many people go to college for one thing and do what they actually went to school for. But you know, like, if that's what you think is for you, then do it. If you don't think it's for you, don't waste your money or your time, sis. And I definitely didn't do that. I went to college because I wanted to go to college, and I enjoyed being in college, and I don't take anything away from my college experience. Tips on being that bitch. Just be that bitch. Like, that's all I can say. Like, you just gotta have the attitude. Like, okay, and sis, okay, who, where, what, when, what? Oh, okay, yeah. A lot of people also ask me about my skincare routine, and I have filmed a skincare routine. It hasn't changed. I do the same things. I will link it in my description box below so y'all can check that out so you can get your skin on 100, sis. My favorite places to shop. Here, let me pull up my apps. So I'm always on Urban Outfitters. Of course, y'all know I love to shop on Lululemon for my gym clothes. I've been shopping on Free People lately. This little sweatshirt thing is from Free People. I go on ASOS sometimes, Nike. I have Poshmark on here, Misguided. Also, I've been liking Tiger Mist and Princess Polly a lot lately, and I might go on some other sites here and there. Okay, so this is another question I got asked a lot, a mix of like 2 questions. How is freelance graphic design going, and why did I go to school if I don't work in the field that I went for? So actually, freelance graphic design is going pretty great. I just like the freedom of being able to work on projects when I want to, or not accept working on a project if I don't want to. I can do my YouTube and I can do freelance, and I don't have to like go into anybody else's office to do the work if I'm not feeling it or whatever the case may be. And the question about why did I go to college if I don't work in the field that I went for? So like I said, I am doing freelance graphic design, but of course when it comes to me doing freelance graphic design on the side, that's a separate entity from YouTube. Kind of like the question before about how I separate my personal from social media. Me doing freelance still involves professionalism when it comes to working on other people's brands and ideas and stuff like that, of course. So it's kind of similar to if someone were to go work in their corporate office. You're not gonna be like on Instagram live the whole time while you're doing that, you feel me? So yeah, but also to touch on a topic of going to college and not doing what you went to college for, if that does happen to be you, yo, life takes its turns. Life don't always go as planned. It's just how the cookie crumbles, you know? So I'm definitely still doing that. It's just not something that I address on YouTube because it doesn't really fit into the realm of my YouTube channel at this point, you feel me? The next question is, when did I start working out? So I worked out inconsistently all throughout college. Well, I was a gymnast for a large part of my life. Then I cheered for my whole high school career, and then after that I started going to the gym and stuff freshman year, but I would go really inconsistently. I didn't start being consistent until last August, I believe. So it's been like a year of my little consistent journey, and I love it. Next question is, do you ever feel like you're too old successful to be living at home? I got a lot of questions asking me about when am I gonna move out, and honestly I don't know when I'm gonna move out. But to answer that question specifically, do I think I'm too old successful to be living at home? Of course I've thought about, like, you know, moving out, because there's no denying that I could afford to move out and live on my own, but I simply don't want to. A little secret about me, I am terrified to live alone. Even when I was an RA, my second senior year of college, I was scared of being in there by myself. I'm such a scaredy cat when it comes to that. I don't even really like being in the house by myself during the daytime, let alone at night. I get real shook really easy. That may just be something that comes with stepping out of my comfort zone eventually, but I'm not ready to do that. Like, honestly, right now talking about it, like, it's making me start to sweat. Zaria, my sister, she would move out like probably right now, you know, but me on the other hand, I don't have a problem living here. Of course, there's probably some things that I would want to do, like walking around in booty shorts and like little bras or something, you know, stuff like that, but I'm really not losing no sleep over that. When I do decide to move out, I do want to purchase a home, just making that investment. And of course, considering the fact that I do have the funds to live out on my own, and I'm 24, believe me, I'm not living here just like as if I was like 15 years old, just not doing my part, not helping out financially or just around the house or whatever. Because for one, I'm not the mooching type, so I wouldn't even feel comfortable just staying here and not doing my part, you know what I'm saying? Of course, that's not something that my mama forces me to do, but that's just something that I choose to do as a 24-year-old who does still choose to live at home, because I'm too afraid to move out on my own. So I don't know when I'll move out. I like living with my family for the most part because I feel safe. And yeah, honestly, if I did move out, and especially if I were to move out right now, like, and stay in Greenville, it would be a waste of my money, simply because since I am so scared of being at home by myself, I would probably just be here all the time anyways. Like, I would probably spend the night here every single night, and so it would just be really silly for me to just throw money in the trash like that just to make a YouTube video saying like, I got a luxury apartment. Sorry, I'm really just chatting in this video, just like having a little chit chat session. And I'm sure a lot of y'all are like, Amber, you could get a roommate. And I did that for a while in college. I don't want a roommate. If I did live for myself, I would want to live alone, but I don't want to live alone because I'm too scared. There's a lot that comes with roommates, and if you've never had a roommate, you cannot speak on that, because it's just like little things. Like, I'm adjusted to living with my family, and if my family does something that gets on my nerves, it's my family. But I don't want to go in the kitchen and I want to use my pot and it's dirty, so I gotta wash it before I can use it. Like, stuff like that is just irky to me, you know, and I don't want to deal with that. And so that leads into the next question, which was asked a lot. I don't even need to look at my phone. Do me and Donovan plan on living together? We're in no rush to live together. We've talked about it, of course. Let's say we were to get married, we will have all the time in the world to live together. We don't necessarily need to live together now. Nothing is wrong with that if that's what you choose to do. Yeah, maybe soon, maybe later. I'm not one of those people that's like, I don't want to live with him until I'm married. That's not how I feel about it, but I'm also not trying to live with him and end up playing wifey, and that's not what we are at the time, you feel me? So yeah, we're definitely holding off on that. So yes, maybe one day we will live together, and hopefully I will be around then to show y'all that. But as of now, I'm gonna be cooling in my mama's house. Judge me if you want. I don't care. Somebody could offer to pay for me to live by myself, and I still would not do it unless it was a house big enough where everybody could just come move with me still, and I would still end up just living with my family, just in a house that's mine. So yeah. Okay, what advice would you give about self-confidence? Really, I just say focus on yourself. Of course, you can look at somebody and you can look at people and see them as successful or beautiful, and you aspire to be that way, but you can't like beat yourself up about your current situation. You just have to try to be a better you. Somebody said, do I want kids someday? And if so, how many and when? So girl, sis, ain't pushing out his babies till I got the rock. Like, Lord forbid, I have no intentions. I can't speak for the future, but sis, I have no intentions to get pregnant before I'm married to anybody. Nothing is wrong with that if that's what you choose to do, but for my life, I would rather have a ring on my finger, be married to somebody, and have a baby with them if that's the case. So don't expect any I'm pregnant thumbnails from me anytime soon, sis. That won't be happening, you know, like, no, won't be doing that. If I do that, it's clickbait, okay? Do I want kids someday? It's something that I teeter and totter with. Living with my family, I do have a 2-year-old little brother, which is, he's a blessing and I love him. But if I ever had any baby fever before Micah, sis, it's gone. Like, I can't Like, I can't even think about having a child right now. I think I do want my own family because y'all know that I am a family person. Like, who am I kidding? That's all I hang out with. Like, only friends, my family. But yeah, I think if I do have a child, it'll be a child. Like, I think max for me is probably 2. I don't think I want any more than 2. I really would want only 1, but I want my child to have a sibling because it's nice to have siblings. But sis, we'll have to see how the cookie crumbles when it gets to that time because I'm not rushing it. Yeah, so whenever I get married, that will be a discussion that I can have, but until then, I ain't even thinking about pushing out nobody's babies, okay? Okay, another question. People ask me this all the time. I know you don't drink, but have you ever gotten drunk? Okay, y'all, so if y'all know me, y'all know I don't drink. And I never have drank casually or anything like that, but I have gotten drunk, and sis, let me tell you, it was rough. Like, of course, I had like tasted alcohol, and that's why I don't drink. I've tasted it like a sip, and I'm like, ew, this is nasty. I would rather drink an orange juice. I'd rather drink a water. I'd rather drink anything else. Like, if I go to the club, like when me and Jay used to go to the clubs when we were younger, or if I were to go to the club now, if they want me to have a drink at a table, then sis, I will hold a glass with some ice in it and some orange juice, and we can pretend like there's some liquor mixed in, but I'm not drinking nobody's alcohol. But there was this one time with my ex, oh my gosh, so his family liked to turn up a lot, so I was always there for those occasions. It was always a good fun time. So one time, it was this one night where there was a card game involved, and I think we were playing Tunk. Oh yeah, we were playing Tunk, but we were playing Tunk with alcohol, obviously, and it was a huge bottle. So every time you lost, sis, like, play me in spades and I'll kill you playing spades. But Tunk, that's not something that I play often, but they just wanted me to play, so I was like, okay. So at first I was like, okay, I'll play, I just won't do the alcohol part. And they were like, no, Amber, that's not how it works. We all gotta take shots. If we lose, you gotta take a shot if you lose too. So of course my ex was like, Amber, you do not want to play this game because you do not drink and you do not want to lose. So we started playing, sis, and before you know it, it was shot after shot, round after round. And I was done. Like, I don't know how many shots I took. It was a lot, but yeah, basically I was super drunk. I broke about like 5 nails that night. That's when I wore long nails, so I had like 5 nails broken because I was just like stumbling all over the place. And then I remember, then I started crying because I was so embarrassed of how drunk I was, and they were all like just dying laughing at me. This is just like, it was such a disaster. But yeah, I was like crying, apologizing to everybody like about how drunk I was. But yeah, it was a mess, honey. I know y'all would be like, Amber, that's the wrong way to do. You can't do it that way. You gotta do this, you blah blah. I'm gonna make you a drink, and I swear you're gonna be drinking. Honestly, at this point in my life, I'd rather not drink because I like how other beverages taste more. Actually, the only thing I drink is water, and yeah, like, drinks have too many calories in them. I'm not doing that, okay? I'll just stick to my little water. I feel like I've answered a bit of questions, but I'm gonna try to start wrapping this up because I feel like I've been sitting here chatting with y'all. Y'all tired of listening to me talk. Would I ever consider doing a meet and greet tour, visiting different followers in the US? Honestly, like, I feel like nobody is gonna come. Like, of course I see subscribers here and there, but yeah, I feel like nobody's gonna like come to meet me. So I just kind of like, you know, if I see a subscriber just out and about while I'm, you know, living my life, then that's what it is. I love to meet y'all. Like, I love meeting y'all, so it's nothing against meeting y'all, but I'm just like, oh gosh, like, I'm gonna be like promoting this little meet and greet, and then I'm gonna come up there and it's gonna be like, okay. This is a funny question. What happened to getting braces? You said that you were getting them. That is a really funny question. I don't know if I answered this, but somebody said, how do you stay true to yourself with all that comes with being a YouTuber? Like I said, kind of with the question about self-confidence and separating my personal and YouTube life, you really just have to focus on yourself, what my personal goals are, and what really matters to me. When I live my life as if I don't have a YouTube channel, honestly, I can't set myself back or change my own goals based off of the standards and expectations of others, whether that be on social media because I do have somewhat of an influence, or whether it be from a family friend. Like, I can't change my life and my mindset about what I want to do with my life based off of other people's opinions. So yeah, y'all, I really just mind my business and focus on myself and stay to myself. I really don't care about what anybody else has going on. Not like in a mean way, but like, I'm 24 and I can't look at other people's lives and through social media and take that as facts. You feel me? Because things could be totally different in people's real lives. So I'm never looking at anybody as like, oh my gosh, goals in their life as like the Bible that I must follow. You feel? That's not what I'm doing. And I feel like a lot of y'all are here with me because we're all around the same age and we all have an understanding that you can't take everything that you see on the internet for what it really is. So yeah, I just live my life how I want to live my life, and if anybody has a problem with it, an opinion about it, I really don't know it or care. So yeah. Somebody said, how can we find us a DB? So what you can do to find you a DB is, if you're finding that your current type, that all of those relationships have been failures, then you should probably get a different type, or understand that you need to adjust to get used to a different type. Because a lot of us pray for God to send us a man, a real one, and then he pops up and we're like, ugh, he's not a bad boy, or he's such a nice guy. And it's like, but sis, that's what you prayed for, okay? So either you're gonna take it or you're gonna keep taking L's. So you decide. But that's it for this video. I hope y'all enjoyed my answers to the questions. I hope it wasn't too boring for y'all. I hope y'all have a little more insight on my life. Feel free to let me know in the comment section down below what videos you would like to see in the future from me. But yeah, that's it. I'm about to take this hot little jacket off because, you know, it was cute for video purposes, but at this point I'm sweating. I hope y'all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, you know, so we can be here, friends, family, forever. But yeah, I'll see you on my next one, so bye.